Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
This is Her Flow from Hot 702.5 FM. Las Vegas, looking for a winner-takes-all way to burn off that extra energy? Welcome to Bouncy World, the ultimate climate-controlled indoor playground. We're stacking the deck with specials all week long. Cool off with Frosty Tuesdays featuring ice-cold treats for the kids, then join us for free popcorn Thursdays, because nothing beats a salty snack after a giant bounce. And at Bouncy World, we believe every child deserves their moment to soar. Join us every Sunday from 9 to 11 a.m. for Sensory Sundays. We dim the lights and turn off the music to create a calm, inclusive space designed specifically for our newer, diverse community. At Bouncy World, we fly high. From high-flying fun to inclusive play, we've got it all. Visit us at bouncyworldlv.com to book your party or check our open play hours. Bouncy World, jump into the fun today.
Hi. Hey. What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On Hot 702.5fm.com.
Jones, hey, Greg DeVille was at it, man, hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg DeVille, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg DeVille, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in, we here to help. Now tune in, we here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg DeVille help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg DeVille, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg DeVille, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in, we here to help. Now tune in, we here to help.
All right. That's right. It's Wednesday. Sunny Wednesday in the city. That's right. Las Vegas, Nevada. I am so excited to be back with you in studio once again. We are talking about community in the Black History Month. We are preparing to close out. That's right. Preparing to close out. We are going to be just a few days away from Women's Black History Month, and celebrating continues. That's right. The celebration will continue. Our weather's looking really well here in Las Vegas. However, in many other states across the East Coast, I understand are under severe warning weather. Wow, it's crazy to think we're so beautiful. And I think I heard this morning on a local radio station, we're expected tomorrow to be around 80 degrees. I understand Phoenix tomorrow may be about 90 degrees. So we're getting an early jump into the spring. As many of you know, I am a boater, and I am excited about the season coming back. So that's fun. That's fun. In fact, I think I'm going to sneak out early in the morning, go out to the lake and do a little jet skiing before these events. So there's a lot of events happening in our city. I wanted to make mention of some things that we're looking at doing and that's going on. And to many of you, be able to get out and enjoy the last few days. I will be celebrating. I'm excited. The last day is Saturday of February, which I serves as my birthday. So that's exciting because I'll be 61. And, you know, I set out when I turned 60 certain accomplishments. And let me just say, man, thank God I was able to achieve 92% of the things I set forth to do in 2025. Right up until my birthday, just about here. Yeah, man. So it's been a wonderful ride. And I must say, wonderful it has been. Now, as we're approaching my birthday, February 28, 1965, in 2026, it's an exciting for a new chapter. What we do every Wednesday is we do network. I'm big on network. I built the largest black real estate firm in the state of Nevada over the last 20 years. And it's been because of my networking, not just radio, but getting out from that comfortable place sometimes we call home. We're ready to go home and turn on the tube and watch the game. But those opportunities of networking your business, it's vitally important. If you want to have your business grow, it depends on how many people that know what you do, right? We've got to talk about what it is that we do. We've got to be able to share others' passions to couple with our passions, and therefore we make business. Every Wednesday for the past couple of years, we've been hosting the Multiplication Network. Wednesdays from 4 to 7 p.m., we get together, black-owned businesses. You know, here's the deal. We understand Chinatown, and nobody fusses about that. They've got a whole block and more. They've got a whole street, and they support one another. Big time, heavy. I mean, you don't see a Chinaman inside of anywhere but Koreatown, Chinatown, right? And they have 4 restaurants on the same row. And guess what? All of them are getting business. They're keeping their money generated amongst that community. Hardly ever will you see a Chinaman in Ross. Will you see a Chinaman in some of those stores? No, why? Because they really do use their stores and they circulate their dollars. And so what we're trying to work on in our community with the Multiplication Network is that we can network with one another and let's keep our dollars. Although money's green, but let's work it in the black community. I'm working on a project right now, and it's a home remodel. Many of you know or may not know that I'm in the home improvement industry. I've been in that over 45 years. Buying, flipping, fixing home, remodeling homes. So I'm taking on a project with a client. My insurance agent decided she wanted to remodel the home, and so we've been on the project. And so I've been hiring different, subs to come in and do different projects, which all are black, right? I mean, and see, it's funny when we say it, people think we're being racist. But when you go to the community of the Latino community, we find that everybody in the restaurant, on the taco truck, everybody Latino, not an Asian there, not a white guy. Everybody Latino in the kitchen, everybody Hispanic on the crew. When you look at a lot of these construction landscaping crews, heck, a lot of the paving companies here in town, all Latino. When I drive through the cones and I see them, and so we don't fuss about, they keep their dollars in their community tight knit. But when I say we doing a black owned or black business, a multiplication, black business, it makes people to think we're being racist, but we're trying to build up our community. Shout out to Ronnie. He's my granite guy. And every chance I get and someone mentions granite, guess what? Why not? Because if it were Asian, they would say, hey, so-and-so over here, give his phone number. They support their community. I want to push the drive that if we could support our community. So on Wednesday night, we're doing the Multiplication Network. We do that at Mariposa from 4 to 7 p.m. Listen, never mind that you're not used to getting out or talking about your business. Let me tell you this. If you want to grow your net worth, grow your network. Because in order to get out what you produce or what it is that you're doing, more people need to know about it. Many complain, I'm not getting the business, but are you getting outside of the business to get the business? I mean, that's pretty much what's necessary to grow your notoriety, for people to know what it is that you offer, right? I need to know what you do. What is your business? Because you may have a business that serves me. Ronnie does granite, Byron does plumbing, and my other Byron does glass. Shout out to All City Glass, Black-owned business, who glass company can get the same glass for just as any other company. Black-owned. Black-owned pool guy. You know, a lot of times you see the white guys, Black-owned pool guy. So we're trying to network. And if you have a business, Black-owned business, we want to know what it is you do. We want to be able to support your business, bring notoriety there. And of course, you know, we've had people say, well, I tried to use the Black-owned business and but you never complain about when China messed up the food, or when Chinatown had they're always on the food list of D's and C's and, you know, dirty dining. But people continue to patronize. But the black man doesn't, and we just can't use us. But the black dollar doesn't stay in our community very long. We feel like the other ethnicity. I've used Latinos to cut trees, and guess what? They cut too many limbs. Doesn't mean I stop using them because he got the boom truck and he can cut the trees. I only use them because I don't have any black people with a boom truck, right? So we use, and if we keep holding on, forgive because somebody made a mistake. We're so crucial against each other that we can't forget. Well, you know, last time I tried to use the black man and he, come on. If you have a problem with something that was done, let's talk about it. And let's say, hey, man, I appreciate you cut too many limbs off the tree, because we call Jose back, or even his cousin. But we continue to cut the tree every year. We don't say nothing. We don't get mad at the fact McDonald's out of ice cream 85% of the time you go there, but we keep going back for ice cream. Then some of the places don't even serve vanilla. We can only get chocolate and strawberry. But we keep patronizing, but we get mad at our community when somebody was late and I get annoyed. I get it. And as business owners, we have to tighten up ship, show up. If you can't make it, say, hey, running late, or you know what, my schedule, something happened. At least contact, because it is true. No call, no show, you're fired. And I'm very adamant about my time. So if you're running late, at least say, hey, look, I'm going to be running late, or can we postpone it to I can appreciate that. Then you leave me sitting, waiting, and then you say no show. If you know prior to the time we're going to meet and you can't make it, listen, how many people I've spoken to, we couldn't make it. They said, man, I'm glad you called me. I could move on and do something else. That's cool. Let's reschedule it. There is a word called rescheduling. But it's first making the contact. As business owners, we got to do better with protecting other people's time so that we understand the value of business. Because my time is my business. So if you take it lightly, then it makes me think that that's how you run your business. And so we've got to tighten ship. Not that I haven't been somewhere and they were late with, you know, their business. But again, we've got to fix those, you know, shortfalls that we have in doing black-owned business. Now, again, so tonight we'll be at 4 to 7. And if you can get there at 5, 6, heck, if you're 6:30, a lot of times we go to 7:30. We be there at 8 o'clock sometimes. Just get out there, do your networking, bring your cards. Now, it's okay if you have digital cards. However, you know, digital cards are different. I know some of you are technology driven, and I got digital. But again, when it's time that we do draws, right? So we give out prizes. We give out a dinner for 2, but we'll draw a business card out of the pot, right? We'll do a draw. And so if your card's there, you may be the one to win the trip, you know, going to Hawaii because you put your card in there. Now, you can't put your phone in there. Now, it's nothing against the technology. But there are some things that we still, and here's the other thing, and I want to share this after being in business 45 years. One of the reasons, and somebody said, well, it's old school to have business cards. Let me tell you this. On an elevator, I was out at an event the other day, and a gentleman wanted me to get his card. But we had bad service of connection. I couldn't. If you're in an elevator, you may not be able to scan the card. But if you had a business card, and he's only going to the 10th floor. So that means you only got 2 minutes. So you're going to be able to open up your phone and transfer. Most people don't want to transfer. If I don't know you, I'm not opening my phone for you to put something in it. right? That's just not, unless I know who you are. But we're talking about opportunities presented in an elevator. We're not talking about on an airplane where you got, you're going to be on a flight for 6 hours, and you could get Wi-Fi and transfer data. But at the end of the day, there's some things we have to hold true to. And that's our business cards. Popple. I have Popple. I have digital. There's another one I have on here. There's a few digitals. When I'm out of cards, certainly. But that's not my only means of network. And then again, I have to go back and figure out who was it that I met that was whatever business I'm interested in. But if I had the card, I could go in my pocket and say, oh, this was the gentleman I wanted to hold on to this card because he provides a service that I need. So again, don't forget tonight, Wednesday, 4 to 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Sometimes it extends over because people are networking, and it's okay. If you got to come late, leave early, listen, come out, hand out a few cards, do a little networking, gain more business for your business. So I always tell people, if you go look at your bank account, if you're not satisfied with where your bank account is, then that means you need to get out and do a little more networking. You need to get out and do a little more talking about your business. How about that? 702-349-0162, or you can reach me on all social platforms at Greg Deville, IG Greg Deville LV, Facebook Greg Deville. So we YouTube Greg Deville, Google Greg Deville. So we've managed to keep everything very simple. Also tonight there will be going on the network, and there's also Velvet Wednesdays here at the Revive Lounge where the studio is located, Hot 702.5 FM, that I do my show every Wednesday. And they're going to be having tonight. They call it Velvet Wednesdays with RJ and The Assignment. Will be here, live band tonight. That's right off of Buffalo, the Revive Lounge, new location that, just want to have some hangout and some just, laid back vibes. And that starts, doors open tonight at 5 to 7 p.m. Limited seating, so RSVP is requested at www.revivelounge.com. And so Velvet Wednesdays, and tonight the network. And then tomorrow night we will be at the Foreign Exchange. Many of you know Robert Twix Taylor opened up that nice little spot as well. And we've got Influencers. This is open to all authors. So if you're an author aspiring to be an author, your book has already been promoted. It's out there. Every week we sponsor 5 authors to come out, talk about your book, get some notoriety to what you're doing and what you've done. Tomorrow, we'll have Lee Williams that will be there, Poetic V, Miguel Sanchez, Anthony Cook, and Devin McCoy will be featured as the authors. Tomorrow night, Foreign Exchange, that's from, we'll start that at 6 p.m. Starts, and come on out. And again, if you're an author or aspiring to be an author, reach out to Foreign Exchange or just inbox me at Greg Deville, either IG or Facebook. Just hit me. I will get you the details. And now that's on 3rd, 2nd and Hoover, actually, right downtown. Right off Main Street area, Main and Hoover Street. So again, that's going to be hosted by myself. I will be hosting that event, Influencers, and it's for authors and entrepreneurs. So if that's you, again, it's just another means of networking. I'm the network guru for Las Vegas. I believe if you got something, I need to be there because somebody's in a room that I need to meet. And when you go, let me say this to you, for those of you who are shy, some people say, well, I'm an introvert. You might be in the wrong business because it's going to be hard if you don't learn to get out and open up and talk about it. Or just get some pay for promotional material that people can, social media. But it's nothing like shaking hands and meeting people, talking about what it is that you do. I've built a business over 45 years. And now I'm a social butterfly. I get it. Everyone doesn't have it. But I want to say one of the ways that I've encouraged my agents on my team how to get more business is to look at your bank account and see if you're satisfied. So either your bank account isn't open well or your mouth isn't opening well. Something's got to change. So to get the bank account full, you got to open up and talk to people to tell them what it is that you do. So I want to encourage you, come out to these network events, and let's make more contact, building what we already have. So again, if you're an author, we want to talk to the authors. We want to hear from you. What is your book? How did you publish? What is it about? I'm an author. I wrote my book, released it January 24th, 2026. I received a special congressional recognition for the book and for the work that I've done in the community over the last 25 years as my resident here in Las Vegas. Shout out to Congressman Stephen Horsford of the United States House of Representatives. The work that I have been doing, helping empower communities through financial literacy, real estate, wealth mindset, entrepreneurship, generational wealth, creating wealth through equity, residual income. These are the type of things that I love, and I encourage many of you, get involved in your business. We want to hear what it is that your business that you're doing. Again, so tonight we'll be at Mariposa, and we'll be working on the network, Black-owned business. Now, you're white, don't worry about it. We still network with you, but we really want to build the Black-owned. Chinatown as a whole town. Why is it that we don't have a town? Why is it we don't own a community of businesses? What is it we need to change? What is it we need to do? First, we need to come together. Let's devise a plan. What does that look like? Somebody had an idea to take Spring Mountain and make it Chinatown. It started off, I'm sure, with a few businesses, and it developed from there. The Ethiopian community over here, Decatur, Flamingo area, they have a whole little square area there, right? Where they have a lot of their own businesses, and I'm sure they're scattered out a little bit, but that's really a heavy Ethiopian community right there. And you'll find many of them there patronizing their establishments. So what we're trying to do with the Revive Lounge, the Mariposas, the foreign exchanges, the Classic Jewels, is to get together, and many others. I'm sorry if I left a name off. There's a lot of Black-owned restaurants in town that we need to patronize. And again, if you need to network your business, whatever it is you do, make sure you're coming out to the network. We want to know we want to meet the owners of these Black establishments. Come out and shake hands with the people. Become, for your business, become the politician for your business. Politicians are out in the community shaking hands and kissing babies. So come out from behind the desk, come out from behind the kitchen, and come out, shake hands, meet some people, and they can meet the owner of your. I never met the owner, and they'll tell others about the business, and you just to meet the owner. I know as a real estate broker, when I go places and say, "Oh, I hear you on the radio," it's good to finally meet or put a face to the voice. Right? So can you imagine for your business, putting a face to the taste food, putting a face to whatever that business. If you're a cook, they say, man, your food tastes good. It's finally to meet the chef, of whatever that restaurant or whatever that business, right? So we want to promote that. We want to promote Black business entrepreneurship in the community. And I want to start it off by saying, tonight, again, we got the multiplication. You got Velvet Wednesdays. Listen, it's going to be the Velvet Wednesdays right here off Buffalo near the 95 freeway. For more information, certainly, I'm sure the engineer will tap in for us as far as the information or contact. There's more information. All right. So, again, we're live on the radio for those of you that are calling in right now for more information. But, again, you can go to my Facebook, or if the engineer would put on the screen the contact information and address for the Revive Lounge. Again, we're promoting on this show today experiences for Black business and to grow your business, to encourage you to please, ma'am, sir, come out. Let us get to meet you. Let's shake hands and meet one another so that I can give your information to somebody that I say I personally know and have met, and build your business. So as we're preparing for the springtime to come about, spring, there it is on the screen there, revivelounge.com. Go ahead and get the information there on the website. Listen, my thing is promoting black-owned business, right? Like I stated, I've been to Chinatown, and every place I've gone in, it was nothing but China and Koreans in their businesses. And so I don't know that we should feel bad because we want to start. Like I said, if I go to certain parts of town, it's all Latino, right? They've captured kind of the east side, if you will, moving a little more west, right? But they stay in their community. It's not racist that blacks talk about, let's have a black enterprise, right? A black enterprise, so that when I need something, I need to be able to patronize, again, like Chinatown, they patronize their business. I was going down Spring Mountain. There must have been between Decatur and I want to say, what is that? Spring Valley View. There must have been 10 to 15 flexology, foot massage. I'm talking about just that. There's a lot of other massages, but the foot massage, reflexology is the massage of your hand and your feet. There's a lot of things in your hand that are, really control your body. And so that's why you could do that massage. But listen, they capitalize the market with massage, flexology, food, so a ton of different businesses there. So why is it we can't have a black enterprise? So let's focus on building one another, patronizing with one another, using black contractors, using black plumbers, using black whatever. There's somebody black more than likely doing it. And so we want to be able to know you and what it is you do. So because I like to think, I like to refer a lot of business. People call me as a real estate broker. Been in the business here 25 years. I tend to know a lot of people. And so I keep their number. And most of the people that I refer, I've already vetted. Either I've used them on the job, I've used their business. So I know their model is when it comes to their business and the ethics of what they do. They have been proven, they've been vetted, and I can assure you that they have, if I put my name to support it, I have certainly vetted them. And I tell people straight up, listen, I appreciate knowing a black pool guy, but do you show up? If you're running late, do you contact? Because these are things that make us look bad in our community. Not that you can't take a moment and say, hey, look, I'm running a bit late. If you give me an additional 30 minutes, then guess what? I can go do something else in that 30 minutes while sitting there waiting on the doorbell. So listen, I learned that early on in business, that you have to value people's time, that your business will grow. For that referral-based business that you need, because most business is a referral base. Whether it's the referral through the internet, referral through, social media, people want to be able to refer you, but we have to make sure that you're doing the right. And if you messed up along the way, let those be lessons learned. In my book, I've learned to have certain lessons. And in those lessons, I'm sorry, I have to call back. Give me a moment. I'm live on the radio. Give me just a moment. I'll call you right back. Thank you. I meant to push text. Live on the radio, and I've made an offer on a house yesterday for one of my clients, and I see the agent is calling me, which is good, right? Which is good. It means that we have a chance on that offer. I enjoy real estate. I'm having fun. It's a good buyer's market for many of you out there. If you don't own a home, listen, I took clients. I literally just showed I typically show 3, no more than 4. You're not going to find a dream home. Pick 1 or 2 that you really, really like. So these clients were out this morning, and they found the second house to be the one they really, really like, right? It's in North Las Vegas. Now, the deal is, because it's a buyer's market, many times you're getting the closing costs paid. Now, that's good for you because there's some down payment programs or VA program. If you're a veteran, you can get the VA loan, first-time buyer programs, or you can go conventional. Now, let's say, you have some money, or you can get a gift. The great part about this market right now is you can get a gift. And I just flipped into real estate because the phone call came for an offer I wrote for another client yesterday. She went into a house. It was the first house of the day. I had 3 to show. First house, this is it, Mr. Deville. I like this house. And so we wrote the offer. The agent is calling me now because we asked for closing costs. Listen, these sellers are hungry right now. So many times with you coming through the program or the VA or using your 401k, which again, 401k is no money down with a lower interest rate. So it's best if you can go using your 401k, and you need at least a minimal of, let's say, 15,000 in it, right? 10,000 would be the least, but for a good deal, 15 would be great because you could get some money from there to do a few things or improvements that you may want to change about the house, maybe pick up a few extra furnishings for your home, right? As a home gift incentive to getting something new, maybe replace the fridge or whatever. But nonetheless, you could come in with a low 580 credit score for the 401k programs. So those are available for many of you who, you haven't used your 401. Don't go buy a car. Whatever you do right now, in 2026 Black History Month, do not, ma'am, sir, if you're renting, do not buy a car because you're going to be renting for another year and a half, if not two, depending on how pricey the car is and how much it affects your debt ratio. So again, these are educational pieces. I like to think I'm an educator in town, just giving you information. Don't buy the car. Hold on a little bit longer, get the house, then you can get the car. Get the house, you can get the other items, but the house is important because this is the best market for buyers. I'm closing on a deal in the next few weeks, and they're getting $15,000 toward their closing costs. You know why? Because the seller needed to sell. And most people that are on the market need to sell. They're either buying another house, downsizing, or they're losing the house, or maybe they're upsizing. So either they're relocating, need to sell the house because they're losing the house, downsizing or upsizing. These sellers are hungry for buyers. And so your opportunity, this is your season. So with that being said, the wonderful part is this call I just received was from the agent that I just asked him to give us $15,000. So I'm hoping she's calling me to tell me, well, I've spoken with the seller and she wants to go forward. Can we close it by the middle of March or the end of March, right? These are kind of this is a buyer's market. Get in. Don't wait. Take the opportunity to do what you need to do. And the first step is contact me. Like I said, I'm on all social platforms. My contact number is there. Reach out to me, 702-349-0162, or hit me on all the social platforms. I'd love to hear from you. Let's get you before the lender. Let's get you pre-approved. This is the time to do it. You got your tax refunds coming. Use that money the right way this time. You said you would last year, and you got excited, and you took a trip, or hopefully you paid some bills and didn't gain any new bills. But whatever the case, it's a new day, new refund. Let's do something positive that will help us to do better and start creating generational wealth through equity. So I've got a client right now. I'm selling her home. So we took her out yesterday. The lady's calling me. Actually, she was 2 days ago. Yesterday, I took a client out. She found a home, and we're getting $10,000 towards their closing costs. So this is a benefit for you because in order to purchase a home, there's called down payment and closing costs. So most of the time, now she's selling her home and using the equity as her down payment. So she has $185,000 in equity. She's going to put $50,000 on the next house, buying down the principal. But because she purchased a home 6-7 years ago, she's able to take the equity out and guess what? Purchase another home while she's selling that home. So many of you, because when you rent, there's no equity. The only thing you're going to get in 3 years that you've been there is that same little $2,000 or whatever deposit you left that they're going to nickel and dime that as well. But if you contact me, I'm going to get your home with no money down in this market, get the closing costs covered. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to get out of here with no money out of pocket. And the earnest money that you do put up, that good faith deposit, many cases they're getting those back because the sellers are paying the closing cost. So take advantage of this. Is like Christmas, for early Christmas for you to get a home. Would you like that? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm going to end my show this afternoon. It's a beautiful day in the city. I need to go write another offer and call this agent back. So I need to get back to work, but I hope to hear from many of you. about the multiplication tonight. That's bring your business cards. Let's network. We do it every Wednesday where we get together and we network Black-owned businesses. But I'm asking you to bring your card, go to Vistaprint, make something real quick. You'll have them for the next time, or just bring your cards on the digital platform. We'll take that, but we love to meet with you, as well as tonight, Velvet Wednesdays, over at the Revive Lounge. Stop by. That's from 5 to 7 as well. Here's some, maybe you're not an entrepreneur, but you just want some Wednesday things to do. That's right here off the 95 in Buffalo, as well as tomorrow night, don't forget, Influencers, where we're working with, networking with authors. So if you're an author or an aspiring author, we'd love to meet you. We'd love to hear about what your book's about. And let's talk about, and bring some books with you. You'll have your chance. So if you come tonight, see how it works. Then next week we could put you on the list so that you'll have a platform to get on stage. We'll give you 10 minutes, talk about your book, what inspired you about your book, and bring some books to sell, because many people are buying books at the event. So I think I sold 10 or 15 while I was at the last week, the initial start of the Influencers. We were able to sell books, tell your story, why you were inspired for the book, the motivation behind your book. So again, come out, let's talk more about it. And I'd love to hear from you all, everybody that's listening. Tell a friend. Would you do that for me? I've certainly got to prepare to go out. I've got other things I've got to do today, but I want to make sure that I got all the information out that I can remember. Go to my Facebook, my Instagram, and there's more information out there. But tonight, don't forget, meet us. There's a lot going on here in the city. So thank you so much for tuning in to show the Greg Deville, the Wealth Builder, right here in the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm so excited about all the great things that are going on. And don't forget to go to gregdeville.store. My book, The Journey into Entrepreneurship and Success. I've been getting rave reviews. In fact, my friend's wife, my barber, she texted me. She said, Deville, she said, I'm not a real book reader. She said, but I started reading your book. And she said, I just got stuck. I ended up reading the whole book. She said, it really drew me in. Your book has really, and she said, I'm not an avid reader, but the book just captivated her. And so I've been getting rave reviews on my book. And so I want to thank God, man, for inspiring me to do it, because I've been asked for years, why don't I write the book? And so we finally got it done. And shout out to all my staff and my team. Big shout out to my daughters who, work with dad and keep dad motivated and give dad more stories to write about. All right, Las Vegas, I'm out of here. We'll talk to you next Thursday right here at Hot 702.5 FM. We'll talk again next Wednesday at 12 o'clock. And until then, may God's best be yours. Take care.
Jones, hey, Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.